After a ton of research, watching hundreds of these building PC tutorials on YouTube, I'm finally ready to build my first ever gaming PC. Let's find out if people like me with zero experience in PC building can build your own dream PC, or is it better to just buy a pre-built one? So, let's get right into it. I wanted to build an all-white gaming PC, but it's hard to achieve it, especially for the GPU. And my budget for this project is $1,000, but unfortunately in my country, prices are way higher than I expected, and prices are changing from time to time, so I decided to adjust my budget to $1,300 maximum. And because I don't want to carry these big packages, almost all of the parts I bought from Amazon. I'll leave the link on the description below if you want to copy this build. The dumbest thing I did was after buying all the parts, I saw these YouTube shorts about how to know if all of the parts were compatible. It's called PCPartPicker.com. So I went to this website and checked if all of the parts are compatible, and luckily they were. First up, installing the CPU into the motherboard, and I decided to go with the Ryzen 5 9600X, which is a mid-tier CPU for this budget build, and the Asus TUF Gaming B650 Plus Wi-Fi ATX motherboard. Now this part is very crucial because the pins on the CPUs are apparently really delicate and can bend fairly easy, so I held it carefully on the sides to avoid touching any pins and made sure to line up the corners accordingly by matching up the triangle as you can see here on the CPU. I then drop it right into the slot and secured it with this metal looking lever. Now next up is putting the RAM sticks into the motherboard, and this is said to be the easiest part of building a computer. I went with two T-Force Delta ARGB 16GB sticks, which did cost a little cheaper compared to the other brand, and it has RGB lights and it's white. All this PC tutorial says you should put these RAM sticks into the second and fourth RAM slots. Open the correct latches down, line up the notch, and snap the RAM into the motherboard firmly until it clicks. For the storage, I went with the WD Black M.2 SSD SN850X 1TB. So I removed the SSD cover from the motherboard and angled it in perfectly and screw it back down to safely secure it. Now let's install the cooling fan for our CPU. I went with the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 Digital ARGB CPU cooler. It's cheap, it has an RGB light and a digital screen, and it's white. First is to remove these brackets. Use the specific standoffs and screws for our CPU, which is the AM4/AM5, and install it on the motherboard. Now we're gonna apply the thermal paste. Applying thermal paste has different method, and I'm gonna use the OGP method. Make sure to peel the sticker before installing the heatsink. Align the screws and screw it down nicely and slowly. Now we're gonna attach the fan. Make sure this side is facing the right side. Attaching the second fan will cover my RAM sticks. Some people attach this to the other side, but I came up with a dumb idea by not attaching the second fan and use it as an additional exhaust fan.
You serious?
I hope this works. Now that I'm finished with working on the motherboard, it's time to finally screw it in. This is the MSI MPG Gongnir 300R Airflow PC case. It has 4 ARGB fan, 3 intake on the front, 1 exhaust on the back. It has built-in GPU bracket to keep GPU from sagging, and it's white. Now let's take a motherboard and screw it in our case. Next is the power supply. I went with the Asus Prime 750 Gold power supply. First, we're gonna attach all the right cable onto the unit. Next, I position the PSU at the bottom back of the case. Make sure the intake fan is facing down. Looking at all these wires is extremely irritating because I have no idea where anything is supposed to go, so I had to watch different YouTube tutorials about installing this cable while doing it at the same time. Now, the most expensive part of our PC, the moment we've all been waiting for, the star of the show, is the graphics card. If you know anything about the GPU, you probably know that they're basically impossible to find a not overpriced GPU right now. I got super lucky I was able to find the MSI Gaming Trio GeForce RTX 5070 OC Edition for an affordable price. First, remove the back plates, flip open the clip, then carefully attach the GPU to the motherboard. Then screw it in and secure it with the built-in GPU bracket. And just like that, the GPU installed. Now all the parts are installed, time to attach the cables. I think the cable management is the most frustrating part of building a PC for me. I'm kinda an OC guy, that's why I wanted this to be as perfect as it can be. So now it's all done, time to plug in the power cable for the moment of truth. My camera battery ran out and it didn't boot up.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
can't get inside the BIOS, had to troubleshoot it many times, wondering what went wrong. I'm panicking. Did I waste all my money? But after all the tests and trials, it finally booted up. I was able to install the OS and some application, and this bad boy looks awesome. After finally building my first ever gaming PC, I'm gonna say I'm proud of what I did. I don't have any knowledge about building a PC, as in zero knowledge. Just by relying on these YouTube tutorials and doing a ton of research, I was able to build my own gaming PC. That takes us to the conclusion: you can build your own PC with zero experience, but make sure to research first and prepare yourself if something wrong happens. Building a PC is really a great experience. Don't be afraid to try new things and learn from it. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video, and please don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.